What is the definition of success? So what are you striving to achieve and why? Let's just have a bit of a laugh with it and see where it goes. Be open-minded. So company values, something I was introduced to in the big company world, and dealing with suppliers in particular, seeing values and information on boards and stuff. And if they're done properly, they can be amazing, but mostly they are done so poor. If you want to preserve a culture, and particularly within a small company, a lot of small business owners that I talk with, deal with, they talk about a unique culture, and that's because they've got a unique culture. So there's a real need and a desire to actually maintain that culture. And I think the whole identifying your values as a business is really, really important. The other benefits of doing it is company values. It's a really transparent way of making everybody in the business accountable. So it doesn't matter who it is, whether they own it, whether they clean it, whether they do whatever they do in there, but you have to live and breathe those values. You've got to recruit based on company values. You know, if they're right and important. So, you know, somebody's behaviour and traits are as important as skill set. And it's a great way of recruiting the right people. But by making sure that your values are really clear. Quite a simple question. So I'll just take you through how I do it with the businesses that I work with, and that is just to say, okay, what are the absolute do's and don'ts of any individual that is going to work within your business? And it's actually quite an easy question to ask somebody who hasn't got many staff, because at that point they tend to have this mindset of thinking, you know what, potentially I might be growing my business, I might be employing lots more people. So if you start off and they have this desire to maintain a culture, which is probably the reason why they set the business up and maybe move from where they were before, list the traits, the behaviours, the things that irritate you about people that you do not want to see in your business, and the things that you admire about people. So what are the do's and don'ts of every single individual that is going to work for you and help you achieve what you want to achieve? And it's quite easy to list those traits then. And then eventually you come back to it, and you just need to make sure that you're not listing, 100. But normally, I don't know, maybe half a dozen, 3, 4, 5, 6, really must behavioural traits, values, I think are really, really important for a business if you're serious about making values work for you. Leaders demonstrate all the values when things are going well. So like honesty and integrity and playfulness and happiness and all that shit, right? And then when it goes wrong, they do the opposite. And that is the true test. And it's a true test of a leader. You know, how do you behave when actually things are going badly or not going to plan? And if you've identified certain values like respect, okay, and things are not going well, you've still got to be respectful, right? Otherwise, people will just laugh at the whole exercise and what values stand for. Let's just have a bit of a laugh with it and see where it goes. Be open-minded.